Hi, welcome.
Hi.
Welcome. Martin and Zach at the movies.
Martin.
Zach. So, as promised during our Talk About Oscars, which we just filmed like 45 seconds ago, maybe a minute ago.
Because we keep our promises.
We're not going to cover everything we've seen since the last time we talked to you. And the only thing we saw last time we talked to you was Gangster Squad. If you didn't watch that review.
Still a great movie.
Still our number one movie of the year, even though we've seen three more.
Okay.
We're going to tackle these in order that we saw them. We have no script on this one, no little list. It's just us remembering that this is the order we saw them in. So most likely it's going to be me saying the order we saw them in.
I was just going to say, I don't even remember the order we saw them in.
First off...
memory is great.
First off is movie 43.
Yeah.
This movie sucked.
Yeah. Which, here's my review right here. I'm going to go, hold on. I'm going to wait. Just hold on. Bear with me. Okay, I'm going to go. All right, so, movie 43. Horrible. Don't see it. Bad movie. Bad written, directed, junk. See? Bam! 10 seconds.
Alright, now we've said it was bad. I'm gonna go, it is bad. It is a sketch comedy movie. I don't really want to sit here and break down each sketch. There was like one funny sketch.
Yeah.
One kind of funny sketch that almost became a funny sketch.
It just was drawn out. Like, if it was a little bit shorter, it would have been funny.
Like, 3 okay sketches, and there are 12 sketches in this movie, so 3, 4, 5 sketches. 5 sketches that are at least okay, and 7 sketches that
7
absolutely sucked.
Yes.
7. That is over half of this movie. Literally, we watched this thing, and we weren't all that upset about it until that last sketch. The last sketch is what pushed us overboard.
It's like a sketch comedy movie. You kind of go, okay, you take the good with the bad. Yeah. You're going to have bad ones. You're going to have good ones. The overall plot was kind of funny.
Yeah. The wraparound story was pretty good.
So then we were sitting there going, all right, whatever. It was kind of bad, but whatever. I'm okay with that. And then the last one just goes so over the top.
Yeah.
Like, I was telling Martin this in the theater. It felt like, well, they've already sat through this much, so we can do whatever we want now.
My thing is, I write. I'm a writer. I looked at each of these sketches, and each core is actually a pretty funny idea. Mm-hmm. They each have a funny idea at their core that someone just took and just made bad. They made the wrong choices. They didn't make good jokes when they could have. I felt the very first sketch, which is the typical... dude, he's got balls growing out of his face. So it's the girl goes on the blind date and she doesn't want to say anything about the weird deformity. It has no climax. It just ends. And I'm like, it wouldn't have been a bad sketch had it actually ended somewhere. Had it had a firm ending. And that was one of the sketches.
Yeah.
It was okay. Great commercials.
Yeah.
Those were funny.
Oh man.
Yeah. But the best sketch was one about a girl getting her first period and a bunch of guys reacted to it.
Yeah, and like it was a little kid, a little guy's friend.
Yeah.
Was the girl. And he freaks out, his older brother freaks out.
Both dads.
And both dads freak out.
And it's
just all of them in the same room while she's just sitting there going, oh my gosh, what do I do? What do I do? And all of them not knowing what to do.
And it was funny. It was actually funny. It wasn't over the line. It wasn't pushing on the line. It was just funny the way you wanted it to be.
It was what you would imagine a house of guys reacting to that sort of situation.
And the kind of funny sketch was the Leprechaun one.
Yeah.
Yeah, with Johnny Knoxville and Sean William Scott, who really, although Johnny Knoxville, I don't like him I want to say I don't like him as an actor, but I like a lot of his movies.
Yeah.
As weird as that sounds. They're the two actors, and then Gerald Butler's a leprechaun who says the word balls way too much.
Oh, yeah.
But it wasn't that bad. It wasn't a bad sketch. And there's a couple other ones. There's one about a homeschool kid. That one's not bad.
Yeah. The date. There's one with a date where two people
dare.
Yeah, where two people go on a date and they do a truth or dare type of thing. And the first couple dares that they do were funny, and then it just fell off a cliff and went way too far.
It went, instead of the slight escalation that might have made those ending bits funny,
it
went, here's where we are, and now we're going to go here.
Yeah.
Which
like out of the blue.
Yeah, right out of the blue. It just happened. It was weird. But yeah, the wraparound story is a guy trying to sell this idea
all these sketches.
And it's Greg Kinnear, and I can't think of the other actor's name, and he's a pretty famous actor. I just cannot think of it right off the top of my head.
What I was thinking of isn't right either, but...
What were you thinking?
I was thinking Kevin Costner.
No.
I know what Kevin Costner looks
It's not Kevin Costner. It's... Oh, I can't even think of a movie he's done, which is really bothering me right now.
Yeah, me too.
Anyway,
keep going.
But, and it actually was pretty good, and it was a nice elevation of this guy trying to sell himself, and then he pulls a gun on him, and then he pulls a grenade, which is actually kind of funny.
It was really great.
It was great.
It was so unnecessary.
And then even the way it ends, it keeps going, and then all of a sudden Greg Kinnear gets pissed off at his boss, played by Ludacris. He shoots his boss.
Yeah.
And the squibs go off wrong. And then he goes, we got one more. We're done with the sketches, right? This is a movie about sketches. Dennis Quaid. There we go. It's a movie about sketches, right? And they're like, yeah, do we really need this anymore? It was actually probably, overall, because of how long it was, it's probably the funniest part of the entire movie.
Was the wraparound.
Is the wraparound. Yeah. But that's it. It's chunks of gold mixed into giant turds. It's not worth ciphering through it. Giant turds.
Okay.
We've already wasted almost 6.5 minutes on this film. Let's move on.
Yeah, we're going to move on.
Moving away from movie 43, the next thing we saw was Parker.
Which was a movie that we went, we'll go see it. There's nothing else in budgets yet. We'll just go see this movie. It looks kind of okay.
It is your cookie cutter Jason Statham movie.
Okay, for real, if you have ever seen any... Okay, with the exception of The Expendables and The Expendables 2, because there are many. If you've seen a standalone Jason Statham movie... Transporter
2, Transporter 3, Crank 2...
That is Parker.
It is. It is Parker.
Jason Statham...
So it's not a bad movie in general. It wasn't bad. Our favorite part of this entire movie... Well, we had two favorite parts. One, every time they're in a city, it's hanging giant letters within the city.
It's hanging!
Just hanging in the air.
Like a big balloon.
Big balloon.
It's ridiculous.
It is. And... Jason Statham twice in this movie gets to say a cool finishing line before he shoots someone.
Yeah, he has the opportunity. It's set up perfect. It's awesome. Yep. He has the gun.
I'll let you take the first one, and I'll take the second one.
Yeah. Okay. So the first one. So there's this guy. Whatever. Okay. So he's a part of this killing team, robber team, whatever. And there's this guy who kind of screws him over in the first job to begin the movie. And he had said before that he was supposed to light the flares behind the pavilion.
Not behind the pavilion, behind the animal shelter.
Yeah, behind the animal shelter thing, whatever. And so it gets through almost the whole movie.
Dude lights the thing behind the pavilion, someone dies.
Yeah, someone dies, blah, 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 whatever.
No one cares.
Anyway, so it gets almost to the end of the movie. He shoots everybody in the team. He gets to this guy, has a gun to his head, music's playing, awesome, and he goes... You should have lit it behind the animal shelter. And then, what? Who does that?
And then he shoots him.
It's ridiculous. Seriously, he shoots him as if that was his catchphrase.
Yep. And then, so this dude he just shot was the nephew to a big gangster who everyone said, he's gonna get you, he's gonna get you. So next he's Chicago. And the dude walks into the gangster's office and he pulls his gun and the gangster sees his guys are dead. He's going, I'll give you twice as much as I was going to give the other team. And he's like, it's not about the money! Bang! This entire movie's been about the money.
Yeah, the whole thing. Whole movie about money.
Twice.
Apparently now it's not about
twice. He gets the catchphrase and both times he just wastes it.
Although the funny thing that happened about this movie...
J-Lo's butt?
No. No, you can get to that, but that's not what I was going to say. Anyway, so we went with one of our friends who we've talked about before. His name is AJ. He's been in Africa, came back, watched this movie. So he was super tired. We all were super tired, but he was more tired than the rest of us. And so he was getting annoyed with the blow up cities. Anytime it switched to a city, he had to blow up
clowns.
City. And clowns. But anyway, so it had done a city before, and then it got to Chicago, and he goes, Chicago! Like out of nowhere!
It was a good time.
It was so funny.
And he was sitting there and he waited for the part where Statham makes J-Lo strip down to her underwear just so he could shout out of the theater, J-Lo has a big butt.
He waited the whole time. And then right when he got there, he's like, you have a big butt.
Let me tell you, J-Lo's part in that movie, wasted. She's not a love interest. She's nothing. She's really nothing. It has nothing to do with what's going on. Just there.
Really doesn't help him?
Nope.
Nothing.
Just kind of there. And then... Oh, this is Zach and AJ's favorite part. I found it funny too. So Michael Chiklis is the main villain, even though he doesn't die last. And Statham stabs him with a clip to the gun he's holding. And then after he's dead, he pulls out the clip and loads the gun with it and cocks it. Walks up, and that's when he shoots the guy who was supposed to light the fire not behind the pavilion.
No cleaning.
Nothing.
No, I'm gonna spit on nothing. Just
It's
right out
covered in blood.
into the gun.
Yeah, and it fires.
Yeah, wouldn't happen.
Yeah, that was. I think someone wanted to call shenanigans at that point.
Oh, and I didn't see the point. I was like, why?
Yeah.
I already watched this movie.
But yeah, Parker, your standard Jason Statham movie. Nothing much more to say. Go see it. It's interesting. I'll give it that. It's definitely not number 2 on our list. We've only seen 4 movies this year. It's not number 2. It's number 3. Because number 2 happens to be a movie neither of us thought would be any good.
Yep.
But was really good, and that's Warm Bodies.
Warm Bodies. If you
So
want,
funny.
okay, guys, if you want your girlfriend to love watching a movie with you, and you want to not be bored by a lovey-dovey movie, and you want the best of both worlds, Warm Bodies is the movie for you.
It really is. It's got some of the best narration I've heard in a long time in a movie.
It's so funny.
We are so slow. This is going to take forever.
Oh my gosh.
It's like the beginning of the movie is just like a 3 to 5 minute narration.
Yeah.
And we were laughing so loud during this narration. I was sitting there going, it was worth the money. It was worth the money just for that.
Just in the opening.
The opening made it work. And the movie it was just as good, straight through.
It was total, like I just said, the compromise movie. It was, if you are a guy on a date and you're going, oh, I'm sick of this romantic crap. The moment you think that, it will become funny.
Yeah, it'll become funny. And that was the great part about that movie. It really, you wanted to watch it. It kept your attention. We were 3. AJ was with us when we watched this one too. So it was 3 guys sitting in a theater watching a movie, and we were laughing our butts off.
More than anybody.
Yeah, laughing more than there were like 4 other people in the theater, and they weren't really laughing at it.
But what I gotta say, real quick, is that movies I like to see are the not generic movies. Like, I like to see like a curveball thrown in there somewhere.
Oh yeah.
And this one had it, and it's one of my favorite scenes in this whole entire movie. Okay, so you know in every lovey-dovey movie, there's the kiss. There's the kiss where 2 love interests kiss for the first time. 360 degrees, slow, passionate kiss, right? Quotes. Little buddy. Okay, anyway. So, 360 degrees, slow kiss. Right when this happens, immediately after they get done with the full rotation, bam, shot in the arm. Right away.
Yeah.
Not missing a beat. It gets to the end and bam, done.
Let me tell you,
Fantastic.
the main character who's playing a zombie through this movie does such a good job.
Yeah.
He's like really, really interesting to watch.
That's what we said in the theater, that, you know, it's difficult to play a zombie, especially that one, because you have to slow yourself down.
Yeah.
You can't talk, so it's all
very mumbled.
And like for doing that, he actually did it very, very well.
Very well. It's definitely, this is a movie you need to go see. If you haven't already seen it, and this movie did great at the box office already, but if you haven't went and saw it, go see it. It's not one, this should not be any secret we're revealing to you guys to go see this movie.
It's great.
It is. It's good. It's not as good as Gangster Squad, but it's definitely up there. This is right now just one of those great movies, and I keep rubbing my nose. And I'm sorry for our viewers who don't like the fact I do that, but it's just happening right now. That's not helping.
I'll rub his nose for you, viewers.
Woo! But yeah, Warm Bodies.
We're a team.
We are. We're a team. We do this together. Warm Bodies, definitely go and see. It's get away from me, jerk.
Okay. Warm Bodies, go see it.
Go see it, especially. Say something normal. Say something normal. How are you? Nailed it.
That's such a great scene.
It is.
Okay, so there's this guard. I'm going to explain this for you people who haven't seen the movie. Okay, so he's walking into the base.
Does.
Yes, I do, because I feel like they should need to know. It's not funny if they don't know the situation. So anyway, zombie walking into the human bunker. Anyway, and there's a guard there, and he's kind of looking to see
laser
laser beam. So he's checking to see if he's a zombie or whatever. And so he's narrating, and he's like, say something human, say something human, say something human. And then out loud he says, how are you? And then over the narration again he goes, nailed it.
I also the ending is so good because after the lovey-dovey thing, it's like he goes, and then the zombies and the humans band together and they killed all the bonies who were the villains, and they're like, I know what you're thinking. We just slaughtered them. We didn't try to help them turn human because there was no way to help them. It was a real good bonding experience for us and the humans.
It's pretty cool.
And there's a moment where the soldiers run up and it's zombies fighting the bonies, and they watch as Rob Corddry, the actor, his character, like, 300 kicks a bony away, and they call on their radio going, who are we shooting?
And then they're walking by to help him, and he goes, hi, how you doing? Hi.
So remember, love cures the zombie infection.
Oh my gosh. That was the only irritating part of this movie.
It's because you saw it coming from the beginning.
All you need is love. Love is all you need.
We're really tired.
Yeah.
Apparently, you're Macaulay Culkin from Home Alone? Really? That's what we're doing. We're playing her off to the Godfather?
I'm responsible for the top 10 most grossing films, except for that movie with the kid trapped in a house and he tried to get attacked by robbers. It had nothing to do with that.
Someone sold their soul for the devil for that one.
Oh man,
God no.
I need to watch that sometime. Anyway,
just watched it.
Warm Bodies.
Go see it. Go see it. So. We're going to go see more movies yet this year. It's only the end of February, so there's G.I. Joe, there's Iron Man, there's...
Oh. Iron Man comes out on my birthday. I'm definitely getting midnight tickets to that.
Yeah, Great and Powerful Oz we're talking about. Yep. He's seen Hansel and Gretel already. I've seen Die Hard. Good. Die Hard's good. Go see Die Hard.
Hansel and Gretel's good, too. Go see that.
I wouldn't know. I didn't see it.
I wouldn't know about Die Hard. I didn't see it.
But you want to see Die Hard. It's true. Anyway. He was with his girlfriend on Valentine's Day. Me, AJ, and one of our friends went and saw Die Hard. Because we're all single. So we're like, Die Hard! Yeah. It was the right idea. But yeah. So, we'll be back with more movies and more videos. Hopefully it doesn't take us another, month to make a video.
Okay, I'm going to take responsibility for that. It was my fault.
He had diarrhea.
I did not have diarrhea.
Month-long diarrhea.
No?
That
would suck.
No, this is what happened.
For real.
We watched movie 43, and then that Monday I went, hey, we should film the review. And he's like, no, I don't want to. And then we just never did until...
I just couldn't, He's like, yeah, we should do a review. And I was like, I don't want to.
Mm-hmm. It was that bad. It was like if we had tried to do one for just Chronicle.
It's true. It's like
not that I'm saying movie 43 is going to be the worst movie of the year for us. It's just right now it is.
Potential to be
right now it is because we haven't really hit our. We're just going to go see a movie whenever we can stride yet.
Yeah.
Once we hit that stride,
that's usually at the end of the year.
It could come anytime. It just happened to be last year. Just happened to be. Well, I'm Martin.
I guess we still could. Yeah. Zach.
And we'll catch you next time with whatever we end up seeing. Later.